Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of TGIF. Our guest this week is Badri, who leads the ADAS portfolio of services at KPIT. Hi Badri, welcome to TGIF.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here.
Great, it's an honor to have you here. For today's session, what we've planned is to give you an overview of KPIT's ADAS portfolio of services and the unique value proposition behind it. Getting started, Badri, why don't you introduce KPIT and its portfolio of solutions?
Sure. KPIT has been in the industry for more than 30 years now. Started off with engineering services, and we have incrementally built a lot of production programs, release software into the market for automotive, and now going across multiple segments. So pass cars, commercial vehicles, off highway, and then getting into even where the industrial automation is going to increase. Our niche is basically to help our OEMs achieve their production programs on time and with the quality that is achieved to be on road.
We've heard a lot about the ADAS portfolio of services. So why don't you simplify what is ADAS as a service?
Sure. So ADAS, when you really see, it started off maybe in a simple fashion to bring safety into the car. So the initial start was always to assist the driver. So it was all called as driver assistance systems, and then it became ADAS, and now it's AD, autonomous driving. So the industry has come a long way from technology in supporting the driver, assisting, avoiding, let's say, mishaps and accidents. And now we are coming into a zone where the system can take full control of your car. It is as good as, we started off bringing in the eyes first, and then the brain started coming, and now the entire intuition part is also put into.
If I just understand this right, there is a portfolio of sensors from which you collect the data, ingest it, and then run specific ML models on the same, and then do the inference on the edge.
Yes.
Okay.
It sounds very simple, but it has its complexity because of two reasons, I should say. The first thing is it's a safety critical system. Anything goes wrong, then lives are at stake. That's the maybe the biggest hurdle that we have to pass. The second thing is most of the equipment manufacturers would try to put this on various different variants. I mean, there are lots of variants. There are, let's say, cars that range from a C class to A class, like different segments, and it has to be cost effective in every area. So while you can put it on your premium vehicles, you probably also have to look at various different models. So scaling and moving across the variants is the next challenge as well.
Can you share some insights in terms of the underlying Azure tech that goes in deploying these systems?
I think Azure plays a key role, and one of the maybe if you really look at this whole industry, we have moved away from building code which is rule based towards getting code that is more data driven. Collect a lot of data, create a lot of data synthetically on the labs, put all these data together, have a lot of pipelines, and these pipelines have to serve people who are developing or training the models. This pipeline has to serve for people who are actually validating, making sure that it is safe on the road so that it can be released for production. So there are a lot of pipelines that you're going to build, and Azure and Azure's technology here comes into play.
Great. Can you share some examples in terms of some of the OEMs with whom you worked in terms of deploying these solutions?
Sure. We work mostly, we have worked with most of the OEMs globally in all geographies, Japan, Europe, and US. At the current place where I'm talking about, we are serving more than 20 OEMs, different OEMs, with varying degrees of, let's say, delivery support that we are giving them. Most of them are production programs. Most of them are like next generation programs. So they are something that the OEMs want to release in 27, 28. And these are heavy on, let's say, data driven development. So,
Great. Thanks for that insights. Let's have a quick demo of the overall solution.
sure.
Today, AD stack validation has a realism gap. We validate autonomy using a mix of scripted simulation, curated replay, and limited on road testing. But these don't reflect the true complexities of driving. The most validation is fragmented across perception, prediction, and planning. And scenarios we run are often ones we can easily model, not the ones we actually encounter. That's why so much of simulation today is effectively academic grade. It's clean, repeatable, and controlled, but it's also predictable. It misses real world messiness, ambiguous intent, partial occlusions, non compliant agents, sensor artifacts, weather interactions, and long tail of rare but real events. This results a false sense of confidence, high pass rates in simulation, surprises on road. To mitigate this, we build World Foundation model-based validation solution to bring realism into testing. Instead of relying only on handcrafted rules, our World Foundation models are grounded in real-world disturbances and behaviors. It generates realistic scenario variations, amplifying the long tail, and run closed-loop evaluation across the full AD stack, perception through control, while capturing counterfactualness. What if pedestrian hesitates? What if glare drops confidence? What if cut-in is more aggressive? And critically, it produces audit-ready evidences that what was tested, why it failed, which subsystem caused it, and how regression trends over time. The outcome is simple: fewer on road surprises, faster debug cycles, measurable coverage of real world risks, and higher release confidences before the vehicle ever touches the road.
Thanks for that insightful demo, Badri. Summarizing, KPIT's ADAS solutions essentially gives you a set of capabilities that help OEMs make the car much more safer. That's all we had for today. See you next week. Till then, bye-bye.